Hello Taurus, welcome to your mid to end July 2019 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Taurus, thank you so much for all your support. I mean, I've really enjoyed getting to know you guys. I even have like DMs with a lot of you guys on Instagram, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you. As a thank you, I am giving out 3 copies of this deck, Tarot of Sexual Magic, and this is the deck I usually use for my love readings. I'm going to give out 3 decks by the end of the day tomorrow. I may extend that deadline, but we'll see. Anyway, if you're interested in winning a deck, go ahead and check the description box below. I'm also, just recently provided the option to provide personal readings. So if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, go ahead and check out my website, www.mermaidscalestarot.com. So, Taurus, I feel like I'm picking up on a different group of Taurians than I have lately, but, my loyal subs who've been here for a while sit and watch and may resonate with you, but I'm getting this energy of some of, Taurus, whether it was the beginning of July or if it was like last month or a few months ago, you are just done with someone. And when I was getting in the shuffling the cards, I just saw luggage, like baggage, and it was a lot. And to me that means a couple things. One of you guys just literally packed your shit and you're like, I'm done with this, I can't live like this any longer. I'm hearing that dialogue, and I feel like it was with someone who had a lot of problems, Taurus. Like, I'm getting drinking, I'm getting just partying, like out late at night, not coming home till the early morning, smelling like, alcohol, or some of them even may have done drugs, and it was just reckless, wild behavior. Some of them, it's like when they got drunk, they just get really mad, and you would just try to always be the voice of reason, just try to be like, okay, like, you really need to pull yourself together. And it was just each time they did it and did it and did it, and you're like, I'm done with this relationship. And if it wasn't so much alcohol and drugs, I feel like it was just unhealthy behaviors. Like, they were either really possessive, really obsessive, really controlling, really dominating, didn't give you, like, you felt like you were chained in this relationship, and you finally kind of broke free. And what I saw too was a train. So I don't know if you guys take the train, or you have something involved with the train, or if a train means anything to you. Maybe you guys take the subway for travel, or like the light rail. I'm not sure, but to me it's kind of like a train. It's really hard to stop a train once it's in motion, right? Until it gets to its destination. And it kind of reminds me of Taurus energy, because it's like you guys, once you have your mind set on something, it's fixed. It's gonna be done until it gets there, like you guys are very tenacious in that way. And I just feel like the train was leaving, like the train stopped, you went, you gave them one more shot and they failed, so you went on that train and you got the hell out, for some of you. And so now I feel like you're just ready, you're continuing on this destination to something else. You're moving away from whatever that was, and now you're going to a new relationship, a new person, whatever. Some of you, you're even thinking of getting a divorce. Some of you are just splitting up with someone that you've been with for a very long time, or at least have thought about this. Some of you, if you're not at your very last straw, you're about to be at your very last straw. And I feel like I saw, like, when I was shuffling the cards, I saw the Tower come up twice in these 2 separate decks itself. It's like, I almost feel like if this isn't going to be initiated by you, Taurus, then the universe is going to initiate it for you. It's like you can't live like this any longer. It's a very heavy type of energy. So let's get into the reading. I kind of want to get into this a bit further. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Taurus. This isn't going to resonate with every single Taurus, and if it doesn't, the messages weren't for you. Messages are said for those who need to hear them, so that's how my guides prioritize the messages that I say in these readings. And if their messages are not for you, that's okay. It just wasn't your turn this time around. I would also suggest checking your moon, rising, and Venus signs to see if those resonate with you more than your sun sign, because it depends on the planetary placements of the sky. Those signs may resonate more with you during this time. Cross watchers, hi, you're very welcome here as well. Just keep in mind, cross watcher and Taurus, that I'm picking up on multiple energies here since cross watchers are watching this. So should you feel like I'm saying a scenario and you feel like that should be reversed or that was flipped, then go ahead and reverse them and flip them, because the energy is very fluid and I'm picking up on a very broad population here. And for, when I say generally masculine and feminine energies, I'm speaking specifically about the energies. I'm not talking about sex or gender. If I do have anything to say about sex or gender, I will let you know, okay? All right, let's get started. So this is going to be, if you guys are returning, welcome back. If you're new, I'm going to use my usual spread of, this is going to be whoever you're thinking about currently as you're watching this video, how they feel about you, what they think about you, that they may not be communicating to you. This could be for people who are together, who are separated, long distance, no communication, whatever it is, whoever you're thinking about at the time of you watching this video. And cross watcher, if you're interested in Taurus, and you're probably thinking about Taurus. So let's see where this goes. I'm seeing an angel right now. Some of you are being very guided by your guardian angels at this time. That's a blessing. Angel wings, you're flying away. Or your angel's helping you fly away from this situation. But it could be, let's see what the cards have to say. That message in the beginning could just have been for some of you. We'll see what this has to say. Spirit angels, guides, please provide me with the first card to start off Taurus's reading. Also with the baggage, Taurus, I'm feeling like either you or someone else just had a lot of emotional baggage going on. That just wasn't ever solved. Like, it was never unpacked. It was never addressed. It was just adding on and on and on and on. To the point where it was just overburdened. Alright. Ooh. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it. There's Temperance, the angel. Okay. Taurus, this is a very interesting spread because the cards that are positive are in the negative spots and the cards that are negative are in the positive spots. So I'm already getting this sort of chaos here. Whether that's like you or the person that you're thinking of or involved, it's like a lot of imbalance, a lot of just, I can't even explain it, but craziness going on. It's like this person wants you to be in their lives, but it's because they know that time and time again, every time they screwed up maybe in the past, you were able to just forgive them and try to let bygones be bygones, and that gave them a validation to continue what they were doing. But Taurus, you're really done. You're really done with that. Whatever they were doing, whatever it was, just like, if it was alcohol or drugs, or if it was cheating, or if it was sex, or if it was just unhealthy behaviors, like, I'm seeing that movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez. Kind of like, it started off really nice and they were really charming and suave, and then they just showed the sign once you guys either like got together or got married or started dating. It was just this like side you never saw coming. And it's like they still want you as theirs. They still want you And the life almost is, for some of you, is like a crutch. Or others of you, it's like just to not be alone. And that's not any reason why people should be in relationships. And the overall energy we have here is the Knight of Wands. So this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could have that in your chart. But yeah, they're all about the fast life and the fast life with you. Maybe some of you, they wanted to try to get you into that life. For those of you that, you know, maybe they like, at first you like to go out with them. It was fun. And then it started to turn out to be like too much. And then you started pulling away and they're like, wait, don't you want to come here with me? Let's go do this. Let's go drink here. Let's go party here. And you're like, no, this is getting a little out of hand. Like, you know, I have work the next morning. I can't just be out, you know, drinking till 3 a.m. or whatever have you. Or just even like, it's just that like others of you, it's like this thing where at first they were maybe like very seductive. They wooed you. They like swept you off your feet, and you felt like this very passionate connection at first that was like very heavy in chemistry, but then it faded out. And maybe that's why it was like you guys it was like love bombing almost. I'm hearing like they were just like, you're the best, Taurus. I can never have you. I've never dated anyone like you. I've never been with anyone like you. Like, you're so beautiful. You're so handsome. You're so fun to be around. I just can't imagine life without you, type of thing. But immature energy I'm getting here as well. To then just like on to the next, you know, they would say all that, but nothing in their actions ever proved that there was any meaning behind those words. I'm seeing strong Sagittarius energy here, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you could have that, they could have that in their chart. It doesn't have to be, but just like I'm getting is just like every time it was just this like grand gesture of how we're going to be together forever and ever, but they never, like, it was all talk, no walk. And it was always just like them, and if you didn't want to go out with them or do stuff with them, it was like then they'd take off and you wouldn't hear from them all night. You'd be up worried, sick, like, where'd they go? Are they doing okay? And it wasn't so much of like a possessive thing. It was just like general concern, like, oh my god, I haven't heard from them in hours. Like, they could be, you know, in the hospital, they could be dead. Like, and then they just come in and you're like, why didn't you answer your phone? And they're like, oh, you know, it died. And you're like, no, it didn't. I heard it ring. Like, it didn't go straight to voicemail, or whatever excuse they had. And for others of you, it is that kind of thing. Sorry. I don't know if you guys heard that outside. I think it was a firework. So, like, it was like this whole Knight of Wands thing, like a boom, a burst of passion. Like, maybe it would be like they would show you this, like, yeah, again, like this very seductive, wooful kind of side, and then boom, all of a sudden it would just flip the script and it would show them their real side, and they were possessive, you know, obsessive, controlling type of energy. It wasn't like this, like, you know, flight of fancy that you thought it was at first, that where they were just going to take you off and you guys would both ride off together in the sunset. It turned off to be a ride straight to hell. How they feel about you, Two of Wands. So if you guys definitely packed up and left, or you were like, you know, I'm done, I'm just not going to come back, they're going to still try to pursue you, Taurus. Most definitely, they still have their eyes on you. They still want you. They still feel like you're the one, and they're going to go off and achieve it no matter what. They still feel that fire between you two. This is more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Especially for the masculines I'm seeing. The feminine, whatever feminine energy you're dealing with, for the masculine energy Taurians I'm picking up on. They definitely are still interested, and they definitely still want to pursue, but it's definitely both ways. But I feel like, you know, I still feel the strong sexual attraction, and I do feel like it's mutual, Taurus. Again, if that doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate, but I feel like that's maybe one of the things that still kept this connection strong and going, was that it was a strong sexual connection, a strong passionate connection, which for sometimes we mistake passion for love, right? Because it's so intense, it's so powerful that we feel like that's love. But there's a difference in where you feel real love. Real love, you'll feel it resonating in your heart. And passion, it's kind of like, it could be in your heart, but it's not like a light feeling. It's a heavy feeling, and you could also feel it in your gut very strongly as well as other areas too, okay? And so our bodies kind of sometimes mistake that heavy heart, heavy gut feeling for love, but really that's just passion, or that's just, you know, the urge to want to get like some sort of action going. Yeah, hearing that plane, some of you guys definitely left. You guys could have even gone as far as like different cities, different states, even different countries for some of you, or you want to. Maybe some of you are just planning this kind of escape. And for those of you that like are planning that, like finally leaving and taking your like luggage and leaving, I think they see you for it, but they're still planning on keeping you connected under the surface, right? They still want you. They still see you as being their prize. They still see you as something they want to pursue, Taurus. They don't want to let you go. What they think about you is the Three of Pentacles. So, Taurus, they do see you as someone that they hold, you know, to some standard that, especially for those of you that like are involved with someone that does have those unhealthy habits, whether it is like vices or if it's just a lot of emotional baggage from the past. Some of them may have had really bad traumatic childhoods, abuse. They always saw you as being that person that helped them through it, that worked with them to, you know, either help them with working through these vices or giving them the support when I'm getting some of these people had panic attacks and you helped them through their anxiety. But I feel like, Taurus, some of it for you guys, it was like their anxiety turned into your anxiety. And then you were like both working on it together, which kind of started forming this codependent sort of relationship, at least them with you, if it's not vice versa. Or if it's not, you know, both ways. I am strongly seeing like this whole like morning sex type of thing going on that they miss or that they think about a lot. Or you guys had like sex at really, really late times in the night and they like miss that. But notice like too, I'm kind of drawn to like these knees that are in the way of these two people's like actually touching their hearts together. It's like you guys are kissing, but is there real connection there? There's still some barrier blocking. And I think it has to do with either their unhealthy behaviors or, you know, the inability to connect, because, you know, I'm also getting some sort of like, they may think you're starting to want to leave, Taurus. Sorry, there's a lot of fireworks going on. That the reason why you want to leave is because maybe you have someone else in mind and they're starting to pick that up, or they just think that, whether it's true or not. Some of you, maybe you do have a plan B, or you started to fall in love with someone else as you realize that the relationship you're in, if it's like a committed relationship or once was, like it's not working for you anymore. And so they think you're on to the next already, or that there's something going on under the surface. And that's just for some of you guys, not all of you guys. But a lot of you, they do hold you, like they do view you in some way of being some sort of stability to them, some sort of pillar for them. But, you know, Taurus, it's not your cross to bear. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it's like, there's nothing more frustrating when you keep on trying to help someone and it just proves to no avail. You know, it's like, how many times am I gonna go out of my way to pick you up in the morning, to hold your hair back when you're throwing up, to, you know, try to forgive you after you yell at me horribly. Or even some of you, it's as far as physical abuse. I really feel that, and if that's the case, I'm so sorry. no one deserves that treatment. Physical, mental, emotional, sexual, whatever the case may be, no one deserves that, and that is not love. That is not love. And, God. I'm just, please protect yourselves if that's the case, okay? Get the hell out if that's the case, okay? If you haven't already. Some of you really need to hear that. I feel like some of you are like unsure if you're really wanting to make the move and go. If that's the case, go. Okay. Let's get out of that energy. What they like the most about you, 5 of Cups. So, this is what I'm getting from this, Taurus, is that, like, no matter how much shit they put you through, no matter how much, you know, distress, worry, anxiety, uncomfortability, it's like they felt like they could always still, like, apologize. Look, Taurus, that's not what I meant to say. Or, Taurus, I promise I'll change, just take me back. And you did, or used to, always consider it. You know, maybe in the past you did. But that torch is in the water back there. This is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And it's like they usually reflected on this every time that they would try to come back and be like, you know, Taurus, I've changed. You're like reflecting it. Have you? You remember in the past, because I'm saying that with that face there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you would remember in the past, like all the shit, every single time that they'd pull this, every single time that this has been done, and like a part of your heart was like, well, maybe they'll change, and then prove me wrong again, you know, like. And I think they liked that they could, you know, put you through this sadness, put you through this regret. And for some of you, they even try to make you feel guilty because you were putting your foot down. But let me just clarify super quickly the 5 of Cups, because that's a weird place to have that in. Please clarify the 5 of Cups for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, see? Exactly what I meant. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries, or have in the past, or whatever, whoever this person is, but it's like they would just come back to you after they made you feel like shit, after they made you cry for hours, after they made you feel demeaned, some of you, and it's like, let's just start anew, you know, let's just start fresh, let's forget about, you know, the past, let's leave it behind us, and let's just move forward, ahead. You know, let's just begin this new, Taurus. I promise I won't do it again. I promise. Like, I know before it was different, but I promise this time. But I think as many times as they proposed in you, you know, this white dog to me, it's kind of like your loyal intuition was always telling you something's up, don't, you know, look down, look at how high up you are and how far down you can fall should this happen again, Taurus. And some of you, honestly, I know this is going to sound harsh, but I feel like what they liked about you is that they kind of played you. You know, like, oh, you know, I made them feel this way, but I was able enough to convince them to just start new again. You know, it's just what they don't like about you. The star. Let's just dissect this. I'm gonna help make sure this gets a little bit cleared. They don't like the fact you're healing. They don't like the fact that you are rising above any hurt, any pain of the past, and you're moving on towards your real goal and destiny and what you truly desire and need and want and require in life. That you're rising above all the hurt and pain. The star is Aquarius energy. You could have Aquarius in your chart, but it's healing from the heart and rising above it brightly, strongly, independently. It's one star, right? The star, that would be you. All the other stars around you would either be your guides that I feel strongly with you at this time, or it could be, you know, all the, you know, whatever is carrying you up, friends, family, or even your own habits of endurance, strength, in being determined to heal like that train, just moving forward. They don't like that you're healing, Taurus. And what does that say about them? And maybe it's like for others of you that are moving on with someone else, or just you have someone else in mind, it's like you are spending time providing your worth, providing your healing. Some of you are just really sweethearts. You have such a good soul, and you just enjoy helping others and healing others. And it's like some of you, they just don't like seeing you even engaging with someone, even if you are just trying to help and heal them. They're jealous, possessive people. But they don't like that you're healing and that you're doing this on your own. Also, for some of you, it's almost as if they don't like the fact that you're trying to heal their scars, that you're trying to heal their bad habits, their addictions. They don't want to heal from their addictions. They don't want to heal from their behaviors. They don't see anything wrong with it for some of you. They just want to keep on going with their bad habits. They don't want to heal from it. They don't want your help in healing from it. What they like the most about the relationship, the Seven of Wands, so more fire energy. They like that. It's like, this is what I'm getting from the picture I'm seeing, even beyond what the general meaning of Seven of Wands is. It's like, they like the fact that although they know your guard's up with them, although they know that you're a bit suspicious with them, that they know you will be able to be a little bit vulnerable with them because you love them to some degree, or that you just do have that kind, healing, compassionate heart. So they're, you're trying to kiss and make up right here. You still have your guard up, but it's not enough for them to notice anything of it being a true threat. They're still looking at the nakedness to me as vulnerability. And they're still seeing there's still a part of you that they can just conquer, have to themselves. And they just like the fact that even though your wall's up, they know they can kind of tear it down. Or that's what they think, Taurus. I don't think that's the case anymore. It might have been in the past, but I don't think that's the case anymore, to be honest with you. I do kind of want to clarify the Seven of Wands in that position. Oh, there we go. I'll take 4. Yeah, so when they try to come back, when they try to receive judgment from you, that what they did was okay, or that you'll accept them back, that you'll forgive them, pass judgment that, okay, this may not happen again. And when you try to move on, because, yeah, okay. This is what I'm getting. I'm only going to pick up these 4 and I'll bring back the other card should be. They spewed it before, is that like when you tried to move on, when you tried to, maybe just even move away, when maybe you've told them, I've had enough. Maybe before you've said this many times, and I'm going to get out of here. They knew they could rely on the connection you guys had, the longevity of it all. Some of you guys have been with this person for years. Or you were with this person for years. And yet there was a soulmate connection here, whether that was karmic or there was some sort of soul contract that you guys needed to fulfill with each other. They were relying on you not moving on, but moving towards that memory of what you guys once had, when it was sweet, when it was, quote unquote sincere, when they were first trying to woo you in the first place. And the ultimate truth would come out. King of Swords, you could definitely be dealing with an air sign as well. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. But how I'm viewing this is that they would just have the ultimate rule at the end. They would take back control. They would sit back on what they thought was their throne to rule and preside over again, that this isn't going to cut out unless I cut it out. You're not going to be able to move away. I'm going to still hold the power here. I'm going to still be the, force behind the wheel type of thing. is what I'm getting from this combination. So they knew every time you would have this wall up, or you would try to put a wall up, they would look into these vulnerabilities of the past actions and try to restart everything to regain control of it all. That's what I'm getting. A strong air energy. Air and fire. You could be dealing with someone that has both air and fire in their charts. Maybe some water. What they don't like about the relationship is temperance. More healing energy. More gaining control back of your life. Spiritually, emotionally. That you're being guided to go elsewhere. Your angels really are, I feel like, are trying to get you to go move on to someone new, to a new beginning that you actually deserve. That, this is also Sagittarius energy, but more than anything to me, the Temperance card is the angels or our divine guides or spirit coming in to help fix whatever went wrong. And they don't like that you're trying to fix this, or that you're moving towards what you intuitively or even spiritually know what is right for you. That you deserve love, that you have a loving heart with that rose there, that you're more than happy to give to other people. And unfortunately, it's like you're starting to figure out this person's not the one to put you in balance. This person's not the one to give you that equal give and take, that equal, it's like this person, it's almost as if they just want you to not think logically, not to think with your heart, with your mind. It's just they want you to think how they want to think, and they want complete control of the situation. They don't want you to put anything into balance. They don't want anything to patiently work itself out. Very heavy energy I'm feeling, Taurus. Their highest hopes, yeah, the Six of Pentacles. So they're hoping that when they come back in the door, when they come back in your life, coming back into you, sitting there alone, devastated over the same shit that they keep on pulling, that they can say, hey, I'm back, I'm ready to, take more from you. Because who's sitting from this? Who's sitting with all these apples here? Who's sitting with all this fruit and all this abundance? You are. And they know that. They know your worth. They know you give. They know you have a caring heart. They know that you love them, or that you did love them. But it's like you're driving yourself crazy being in this relationship with them, Taurus. And for some of you, it's like, yeah, whatever, if you guys picked up on that thing where they're seeing or catching up that you want to move on to someone new, or that you're planning on just taking all your apples, aka baggage, and getting the hell out, they're seeing that maybe you're starting to collect all this, starting to plan it, because they see you can't take it anymore. But their highest hopes is that they could come back in and change your mind. Show you again that, this like flight of fancy, like, oh, Taurus, we're meant to be together. Like, don't think this the wrong way with that Six of Cups and judgment. Like, we were meant to be together. We were brought into each other's lives for a reason. Let's give this another go. Let's give this another try. But look, they're coming up empty-handed. Do they have anything to give? No. They want you to give. Again and again and again and again. And their biggest fear, a couple other signs had this, but I kind of forget who. I think maybe it was Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Seven of Cups. They're, that all of this fantasy, all this that they build up between having this relationship between the two of you, that this is going to continue on and they can just run the show, they can sneak out, they can be mischievous, they can just be selfish, and you would always still be there. That fantasy of what they think they can get away with would be gone. That it wouldn't be real, that it would be diminished and destroyed, and it would come to a halt for them while you move on to someone else, to someone new. That this fantasy that they've had, that they can maintain a relationship like this, as if it couldn't drive anyone to go away from them, would be all gone, leaving them scarred. But you know what? tit for tat. You left me scarred. We scarred each other. But, you know, that's just how it is when you play with people's hearts like that. That's how it is when you treat people like that. You're gonna be, I'm not gonna put up with this shit anymore. Yeah, just very heavy energy, Taurus. I'm going to pick 2 cards. One card is going to be how this person feels about you and the connection that they have with you that they may not be communicating. The other card is what Spirit has to say about this connection. So let's pull a card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, whoever they're thinking about, cross-watcher or person that's on Taurus's mind. What do they think about this connection that they may not be communicating at this time? What do they think about this connection? Religious factors. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have codependency, right? So what I'm getting from this combination here, so your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing, spiritual path. To me, this is almost as if how you guys think completely differently. Maybe before you were more independent, you were more, you know, maybe you guys do just think religiously differently. You guys have cultural, political, religious beliefs differences, but where I think it is more than anything, Taurus, I'm feeling from this, is that you're at a higher vibration than this person. You have been elevated to a higher status where you realize your worth. You realize that you're at a higher thought of living than this person is, and you don't want to stick around for this anymore. You're crowned with the knowledge of knowing that this is, you know, something above you, or you're above this. And I think in some delusional way, like that 7 Cups way, this person thinks like that they're right in the situation through whatever they have to keep this codependency alive out of survival, that their way of thinking is correct, that Taurus has it all wrong. But that's not how I feel about this at all. Taurus, you're the one vibrating too high for this person. You're the one that's finally above, outgrowing, rising above this person. Alright, let's see what Spirit has to say about this. Make the effort. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So Taurus, I'm seeing this a couple different ways. Mainly what I'm seeing for most of you Taurians is that they're trying to tell you that if someone really loves you, Spirit's trying to say if someone really loves you, they'd make the effort to change. They'd make the effort to accommodate. They'd make the effort to show you their love and not repeating the same crappy mistakes, the same bullshit kind of excuses to just keep you in their lives. They would actually make the initiative to do what it takes to keep you in their lives by showing you that they love you, by showing you that they care, by sharing what they have with you. And if they're not doing that, then they don't love you in a healthy way. And others of you, it's like, if you have left this person or you're thinking of leaving this person, I feel like Spirit doesn't want you to give up on love in general. If you are interested in someone else, or you're thinking of someone else, or you want new love, still make that effort towards that person, because they don't want you to give up on love. They don't want you to, you know, say, well, I can't go through this again. I'm just going to be alone for the rest of my life. Maybe it's just easier that way than dealing with this shit over and over again. Spirit's saying, no, make the effort, Taurus. Pick which message resonates with you most, but that's the main 2 I'm feeling the most from this. Alright, Taurus, that was your general love reading for mid to end of July 2019. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe if that resonated with you. Again, check the description box if you'd like to win a copy of this deck. I'm giving out 3 copies, and if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, check out my website, www.mermaidscalestarot.com. Thank you so much, Taurus. I'm really wishing you all the best. I love you. Your angels love you. Take care.